Now I'm out here on the other side of the continent in beautiful sunny California, but I wanted to talk to you guys today about teaching your dog to come when called. Now you know that teaching your dog to come when called can be one of the most important exercises that you do with them. And a really Teaching your dog to come when called is all about finding the right motivator, and I'm not just talking about food. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 activities so that you can pick the right motivator for your dog, so that you have that 100% reliable recall where they love to come in when they hear that word. But if your dog does love food, I'm going to show you a way that you can make that food even more exciting. I'm Ken Steep. Welcome back to McCann Dogs. We train over 500 dogs every single week at our obedience training facility. So if this is your first time on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that I can help you to have a well-behaved 4-legged family member. Now the first activity I want to talk about are for those of you who have dogs with high prey drive. Now you might think, geez, I have a little tiny dog, I don't know whether they've got high prey drive, but I've seen in some of the smallest dogs in our classes, dogs who love to chase and love to run after their owner. So the first game I want you to play is Catch Me If You Can. Now this is a really fun game, calling your dog towards you, and once they get to you, not letting them quite get to you. You know, you sort of run around in circles, and maybe you can make lots of noise and let them catch you for a few seconds, and give them a quick scratch and then run away again. Now for those of you with dogs who love the rough and tumble play, you can always push them away before running away again. My dog Deegan loves this game where I give her a little shove and then I run away. Now if you have a dog who's a little bit softer, who doesn't like that rough and tumble play, the act of just chasing you and catching you and the interaction between you and them is really where all the value lies in this activity. The next activity is hide and seek. Now this is a really fun one to play. Once your dog is distracted, as long as you're in a safe environment, like in the house for example, your dog's distracted or they're in another room, then you can hide on them and call them to come. Now this forces your dog to use their eyes and their ears and their nose, a lot of their senses to find out where you are. Once they've found you, make a really big deal of it. Have lots of fun and make it really exciting. And if you want to increase the value of finding you, then you can always play this at their dinner time. And not only do they get a game of play, but they also get rewarded with all of their dinner. The next activity is for those of you who have dogs that love food. Now it's going to borrow a couple of the elements from the last exercise where your dog uses more of their senses. In this one, they're going to use their nose. So when you call your dog to come and they run all the way back to you, sprinkle some food, some of their favorite treats around you in the grass, and it'll force them to have to use their nose and scrounge around and quickly pick up all of those treats. It's a great way to build a different ending. Make it more exciting, changing it up for both you and your dog. Now, word of caution, use this sparingly. We want our dogs to focus on us most of the time when we're working with them, especially on the recall. So make sure you don't do this too often. But it's a great way to provide some variety and a different kind of entertainment for the exercise for both you and for your dog. Never underestimate the power of a toy. This is a great way to add some variety to your recalls, and if you have a dog who loves toys, then you can always break it out at the end. Now the real challenge here is making sure that your dog doesn't know from the moment they make the turn and they start heading toward you that you've got a toy. So you've got to do your best to randomly pull out that toy and make it really exciting. You can play a game of tug, maybe you can have a quick game of fetch if they've got a really good retrieve, but you want to keep that variety in your recalls. And the really nice part about a toy is the engagement. Once your dog plays and tugs with it, that only happens when they're with you. So really use that toy to keep things fun and exciting for your dog. It's really important to be practicing your recall at varying times during your dog's life for 2 reasons. You want to make sure that they still have that snappy turn as soon as you give them that come command, and you want to keep it motivating. It's really important that your dog remembers that every time they hear that word, something really great is going to happen when they get to you. So be sure to practice this at random times in various locations as long as they're safe. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish new videos every single week to help you to have a well-behaved 4-legged family member. That video beside me is all about teaching your dog how to have a motivated fetch. So if that's something you need to work on, then you're going to want to check out that video. On that note, I'm Ken. Happy training. Bye for now.